Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're talking about pickup truck, mid-size truck, bed wars. Okay, that's what we're doing. So what are the dimensions of all the mid-size truck beds and what's going to benefit you on here? What's going to maybe fit for what you need? So we have all the different trucks, length, width. This one is width between the wheel wells, okay? So that's where you got your, between your wheel wells in there, and the depth, the height of the bed. So this is what we got on here. So Ranger clearly wins in all these categories except for length, okay? But you got 59.6 here for the length of it, which is not bad, but it is not a true 60 inches. That is something that's important to note. You got 62.4 inches wide, which is kind of cool. 48.2 inches between the wheel wells, which is nice because, and everybody loves this, you can fit a full sheet of plywood between the wheel wells. That is a nice feature. However, I don't think I've ever carried a sheet of plywood in the bed of my truck in probably 18, 19, 20 years. You got trailers for that, and if I needed to, I don't care if it has to sit on one wheel well and be tucked in there. Even if I got to set 6 or 8 sheets in there, it's not going to hurt nothing. So the plywood thing, I don't think that's a huge meaningful thing to me. To other people maybe it would, but just because it'll fit flat between the wheel wells, or I got to put them and let them lean on one wheel, I honestly don't care. So but that is a nice feature that they give you. That I don't think it's a selling feature deal breaker for me, but what is nice to me is this, the 20.8 deep. It's the deepest bed on all of them. That's nice. So that means that coolers and taller stuff I want to put under a tonneau cover, I have the most amount of room to me. That, very valuable. This, nah, I don't really care that much. But this, huge. That's a very good factor for me. And like I said, it is a little short, though. That's kind of a downside. So even though the Ranger, technically, people are going to love it for this, for me, I could care less about that. I care more about this, and it wins here but loses there. Colorado wins here, huge. Huge win here. 61.7 inches, huge win right there too. So you get a lot of length in there. It's nice. You are about 2.5, a little more than 2 and 3/4 inches shorter back there, but I don't care about that. I'll take this over that all day, but we lose almost 1 inch here. So you got to take, you got to do the math. Realistically, these two, in my opinion, these are about evening out pretty close, so I'm good with either one of them. The Tacoma, it's, it kind of splits right in here, but it's very narrow overall between there. I mean, you're talking, 6 inches narrower, not even counting between the wheel wells. Now, between the wheel wells, it's less than an inch difference in the Colorado, but it's much narrower on the side panels in there too, which, like I said, may matter for some. And now you're getting into 19.5, so you're really getting pretty low in there. That makes a difference for a lot of people. The Gladiator, 60.3, so it's got some good length to it, more so than the Tacoma. Wider than the Tacoma, and wider between the wheel wells than the Tacoma, but 2 inches shorter. Again, now that's one place where, like I said, I struggle. I got coolers and stuff that I got to be careful on what will fit below my tonneau cover with me not having to open the tonneau cover. So that is kind of a downside, a negative part there that's kind of a bummer, but like I said, it does still work and function. But that's this category here. By far the most important for me is here and here rather than any of the middle stuff. For me, personally, your mileage may vary. Frontier, a little bit short. It's actually the shortest one by almost an inch. It's very short in length, but it's got good width to it, 61.4. So it's got a good width overall in there, but you are still very tight between the wheel wells. The tightest one of all of them between the wheel wells, meaning on each side, the wheel wells are bigger into the bed on each side for this one, but you do get 19.4 inches. That's pretty good height in there too. It doesn't do too bad. Ridgeline, shallowest of all of them, which is a bummer, but it does have that huge trunk inside of there that's also like 18 inches deep or something, so that's really nice. 50 inches between the wheel wells, so you could put a sheet of plywood in there if you wanted to, if that mattered to you. 64 inches long, that's tremendous. 60 inches between there, so it wins. This one wins in all these categories except for this one here, it fails. But everything is a trade-off. But this kind of gives you an idea of what they are based on what your needs. This is a simple, quick little video, but it took me an hour to gather all this information, put it all together, write it down for you, just to bring it to you, but here it is all in one place. Sweet, simple, and easy. These are the dimensions of all of these truck beds, so you can use them to what's your advantages. But again, for me, this category here, very important. This category here, pretty important. These categories could care less, don't care either way. So, you know, your stuff may be different with what you need. Hopefully this little chart will help you figure out what's going to be most beneficial for you. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll keep this one short and sweet, and we'll see you in the next one.